Dun, 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 dun.
Are they battling the bear? If they're battling the bear,
They're not bad. They're going to survive a bear attack.
Yes.
They're getting attacked by a bear.
Yes. How do you get past the attack of the bear? You battle it. You don't just go, all right, so the equation is I'm just going to stay here and do nothing and then we're going to see what's going to happen. No, you're putting up someone who you know can battle the bear to come out with the least amount of look at logically, critical think the question, David.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Seriously.
This is Dave,
This is Reese.
and this is Manic Joy, a podcast about
Life
love
and
uncertainty.
No one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it.
All right. Should I start with I got caught in the storm story?
I have to hear this for the third time.
Well,
I almost don't want
this
to
is
hear
what
it
happens.
because the anxiety that I have while you're telling it, I wouldn't have lasted. I just want you to
It wouldn't have lasted.
I want you to keep in
There you go.
perspective the night that I was driving to rehearsal
Oh, yeah.
and got caught in the squall.
I don't want to hear that story again if you have to hear this one.
Now-
first.
3 times. I'm hearing it in a very close proximity of time.
Yep.
But you tell it because I know sometimes when you go through a traumatic thing, it is therapeutic to tell it to different audiences to get
very
it
much-
out of your system.
It's very much not about therapy at this point. It's just more about telling the story.
I think it's also therapy because you were clearly you were having a time. You were having a bad go at it.
It was
during
quite
this
an
whole thing.
experience that was.
I did feel
hilarious,
sorry
but-
for you because I do understand being so out of control in the elements of Mother Nature. I did feel bad for you, and I was worried. And I actually checked the girls' GPS
to make sure that
to make sure they were not driving in that as
where
well.
they needed to
But go
be,
ahead, tell it. It is your harrowing tale.
my harrowing tale. So last night I went to a yoga class, and then after the yoga class, near the place behind it, there's a new Italian restaurant that opened up, and Reese has been telling me most recently
I had
that
a hankering.
She had a hankering for linguine specifically, and
with white clam sauce.
and she loves the white clam sauce. And so I was like, oh, you know what? After my yoga class, I'm going to go check out, see what they got over there, and maybe I'll bring some stuff home. So I go around and I order a few things. I got like a lasagna, which was good. And this place is like a soft open right now, so they're still working out the kinks of things. I had a whole other scenario that I won't bore you with. But I ordered the food, waiting for the food. While I'm waiting for the food, I hear crack, lightning bolt. I'm like, oh, this isn't good. Maybe about 5 minutes later, it starts to rain. Then it starts to downpour. I look at the
torrential
forecast, like it was bad, like lots of rain. So if you're in the area, you know, because it came through here too, and because you started to get it. And I was like, wow, that's a lot of rain. So finally, my order comes out. And I'm like, oh, great. I'm like, I've already succumbed to the fact that I'm going to have to walk through this rain, but I'm like, whatever, it's rain. No big deal. Of course, they hand me this big bag, a paper bag.
because environment.
Yeah. No. I mean, they had plastic bags. Other people had plastic bags. They give
Not
me the
you.
paper bag,
Yeah.
and it's a paper bag with like the paper handle. You know what I mean? So it's like all paper. And I was like, oh, crap. I'm like, this is the worst. So it's pretty bad out there. So I grab it and I scoop the bag like underneath because I'm like, if I'm walking in this rain, like this is like, if I'm holding it, it's just going to fall apart. Right. So like, I know, so I'm holding it, like cradling it like a little, like I'm holding a chest
Like
almost,
a
right?
baby.
Not like a bit. I wasn't like this, but like this, like, And so I'm walking to the car. And as I leave the place and I have to turn the corner to go up the street to get to my car, the second I turn the corner, it's like somebody said, turn it up to 11. And they cranked up the rain. And it was coming, like before it was just coming down. When I turned the corner, it was coming at me. It was like attacking me. And I turned the corner and it's like splash, like all in my face, everything. It was insane. And I had my fucking sunglasses on, but they were prescription because I didn't go to the car like in between. And so I had to wear them. And so like everything's still dark too. And I'm just like, I turned the corner. I'm like, oh my God. And like I said, I was coming from the yoga class. I don't have like appropriate clothes on. I had a t-shirt and I have like my what are they? I don't know, the windbreaker pants or whatever. And then I had my prescription sunglasses on, and I'm wearing my flipping slippers, my leather slippers. And so I start to walk, and of course, it's so wet, my feet slip out of the thing, and so I lose my. I'm like, oh, I gotta go back. And so now I'm walking.
Meanwhile,
I must have looked like a
slippers,
moron.
you can't wear these slippers ever
I don't
again.
know. We should go
You
look at
just
them
should have
afterwards.
left
I
them
haven't
in the
looked at
street.
them. No, I bet they're fine.
Oh God, no.
So I'm you know, I'm squeezing my toes inside the slipper. They're like an open back slipper, like, you know, like they've got like a full thing that covers your foot, but the back is open. So I'm squeezing my feet in there to like make a fist with my toes to like hold them onto my feet, and I'm like clip, making my way, and I'm walking through this torrential downpour. There's like, you can hear there's ambulance coming down the street, like it's absolutely insane. And the water, there's like up to your ankles of water, right? I finally get to the car. My car doesn't have the auto open door thing, so I have to go around to the passenger side, and I'm like, okay,
like old school.
I'm like, okay,
Let
like,
me open the door.
let me
for
try to
you.
get this door open without dropping the food, because I'm like,
Which was the most important part?
well,
of
this was the
whole
most
tale.
important thing, because I was like, I'm like, this will be, because I'm actually laughing as I'm doing this, because I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous. But I was like, if I lose this food, which was the whole purpose for being caught in this anyway, I'm gonna be bullshit. So I was like, don't lose the food. So I get to the car and I put it like on the side of the car, and I'm like, I'm holding it with like my body, and I'm reaching with my hand to try to get in there. I open the door, I get the cradle of food, I get it onto the floor of the car, and I have those like WeatherTech like rubber like protectors in there. So I'm like, okay, cool. Come around the other side. I get in the car. I am soaked, drenched. I put my feet in the floor, and all this water comes out of the sandals and goes like we went into the car today, earlier.
Everything is
Everything is wet.
still drenched
and
from
I had
last
my
night.
gym bag too, and that was drenched.
He had his clothes in the shower.
I should mention I was
24
carrying two of those bags. I was
24
carrying the
hours.
food, yeah.
Every time I go into the bathroom and I walk past the shower, I think Peppa's in there. It's like a big black pile of
Same.
wet
I was
clothes.
like, who's in the shower? Like,
Right.
those are my wet clothes.
So there's that. Then his
Yeah.
bag is in the hallway, drenched.
yeah.
We go into the car today, floor, his seat, drenched.
We were going to take my car. We back out of the garage. So I'll
it
come
looks
back
like
to
he peed in his pants.
yes. My favorite was
Pee pants.
pants. We sit in the car. I start to drive my car back. It's making a weird noise. I'm like, oh crap, what's going on?
That doesn't sound
Yeah.
good.
So something happened when I was driving.
I think
and
you must have either or the water.
the force of the
pulled
water was
the
so let me tell you
plastic.
what happened. So now I start to drive. I'm like, okay, I called you. I'm like, okay, here's the situation. I'm like, blah blah blah. You won't even believe. You should have seen too. Like it wasn't half as bad as I looked when I first got in the car, because like all my hair was like down and crazy. But I'm like, all right, I'm coming home. So I get to this part, and so my yoga studio is in Haverhill. And if you know Haverhill, and if you know where the STEM like cannabis shop is, there's that bridge like after it. And that bridge is at kind of like a triangle of like a hill and like another smaller hill and like this area. So it was like a lake. There was so much water flooding that area that I was like, oh crap. So I was like, there's a couple of cars in front of me, and I'm like, I think I can still make it through that thing. I'm like fingers crossed that I can make it, because I don't want to stall out the car.
With your low rider car.
And it's not even that bad, like compared to some people, right? So I was like, oh crap. I'm like, all right, so if I can just keep going, it's going to push the water away and I'll be fine. So I'm going. And then of course, the car in front of me stops. And I'm like, why are you stopping? And there's a car in front of it stopped. And I saw the blinker on that car in front of the car in front of me going to the left. And I was like, this fucking asshole is trying to turn and nobody's letting him turn. And I'm like, oh no. So I'm like, please don't stop. I can't be, I'm like in the lake of water. I'm like, don't stop here. So finally I'm like, kind of like, trying to do the friendly beep. Like, like, beep, 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 beep. Come on. You
Yeah,
gotta go. You
it's
gotta
like a
go.
little
We gotta
toot-toot.
get out of here, guys. You can't leave me
It's
in
like
this.
it's not like hand on the horn.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
No, not right. I'm trying to be like, guys, we gotta move.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It's the emergency horn.
Yeah,
It's not the asshole.
So yeah, like
Go.
hand on the horn, like
Yeah.
you suck. Like
Yeah.
so I'm thinking this person in front of the other car is trying to turn left. So then I see somebody on the other side like actually stop and like let them go, and they're not going. I'm like, what is happening right now? And then somebody else comes down and is trying to go in front of me, but I'm in the way, obviously, because like I'm behind this other car. So I'm start beeping again, like, we got to figure this out, people. What's happening? And so that person like opens the door and I'm like, yeah, I'm not like mad at you, but I'm like, we got to move. I can't stay in here. Like, let's go. So she starts to back up. I think it was a she. I'm not sure. I couldn't even see anything because it was like torrential downpour again. Like it was crazy. So that person starts to back up. I'm like, okay. Because I wasn't sure what was happening yet. Apparently that car in front of that person has its hazards on, and it wasn't turning left. It was just stopped. I guess it must have went through and had a problem, but instead of like pulling up, it just stopped right after it got out. So everybody behind the person
fucking
is stuck
nightmare.
in the water. Like, thanks
Fucking
a lot,
nightmare.
asshole. So that person starts to back up. I start to back up. I let the person go left, and then that person goes around the car, and then the person that was like, let that person go, was almost going to start going and had like a whole lot. I'm like, absolutely not. Because everybody else stopped because they saw that like we were in it. So nobody else was in it. I was like, no. I stopped, like, you have to let me go. And I'm like, no. Like, I'm like waving, and I'm like, okay, thank you. Like, thanks
My
a lot. Like, why would you
every
even,
time you tell this story, I wouldn't be able to handle
like,
it.
why would you even start to go and
Right.
not let me go? Really? Because you're not in any water at all. Like, come on, man. So anyway, I got out of that. So I think somewhere along the way, like I made it, there were some other places where I had to go through water, and I must have either the force of the water caught up. There's like a plastic thing under the car that it pulled down and is like, you know, when you pull it down and it gets pulled back, it's like that right now.
It's dragging
So
on
it's
the
dragging.
floor.
So that's what we found out today. That happened. But
It also
wow.
smelled like burning.
Well, when I
you
got home, because all the
you're
water
on
that
the
was
phone
on
with
like
me,
the
and you're like, hey,
yeah.
do me a favor. When I'm coming in, can you just I was like, what can I do to help you?
Get me a
You're
towel.
just like, have a towel ready.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, okay. So I'm in the middle of like doing work, procrastinating, doing work, watching Sopranos, blah, blah, blah. You tell me this. I'm like, all right. I give it like 5-10 minutes before I'm like, you're going to be on your way. So I go to clear off the table. As I'm clearing it off, there's a battery, a huge battery for
I forgot
something,
about this,
whatever you have. It's been on the table for whatever. But I just want to clear everything off so that when you get home, you could put whatever there, and I have the towel ready for you. I drop the battery. So now right underneath my foot is Magic for no reason, always underneath me. It barely misses him, barely hits my whole entire foot, hits the edge of my foot. Now I'm like, and now I'm making up curses. I'm like a Christmas story, like flicking, flacking, fluking. I just turned into Rose Nyland, but that's not what I meant. Anyway, it hits the side of my foot. I'm like, oh my God, that would have broke my toe.
Yeah.
Had it, whatever, doesn't matter. Set everything up, get the towel ready. You come in. As you open the door, I'm like, it smells like
Smells like
I'm like,
burning.
what is burning?
Yeah.
It was your car. Just from that, like, you have to be so. That's why they tell you, like, do not drive in flash floods or
No, like that
any
was
of
what that
'cause
was.
That
Yeah.
fucks up your car in 20 different ways. So there was like burning, plastic.
Luckily
Who
it
knows
started.
now?
I just got to figure out because when I walked out there today,
Probably
I
have
looked
to
at
bring
it.
it to the place.
I might have to. We'll see. If I can, it's just I have to get it. Like I might be able to like use the jack and prop it up so I can pull the thing forward, and then I'll have to like it's going to get screwed
it's
in.
gonna be
but
fun tomorrow.
I can't do that because it's just so low to the
Yeah,
ground that
yeah.
I can't. So anyway,
That
that was fun. Yeah.
Gotta love torrential downpour.
So yeah, and then when I got home, I was like, oh my God, thank God I'm home. We were
Yeah.
going to do this last night. I was like, there's no way I am doing that.
You were wiped out.
I was exhausted. That was
However,
exhausting.
I was very excited for
the food was really good.
linguine with white clam
Yeah.
sauce. It was pretty good.
So I stopped there's a new place in Haverhill, like I said, that is called OTC Grill, which means on the corner grill. It's an Italian. So it says it's an Italian bar and I think Italian bar and restaurant
What
or
is it?
Italian bar and grill.
Is
I
it
don't know.
trying to be like a
But I was like,
a night place, like a nightclub?
No,
for the
it's not a
bar?
nightclub. It's just a restaurant. But I was curious of the placement of Italian bar being first versus Italian restaurant. Because like Italian restaurant and bar makes sense to
Oh,
me.
okay.
But Italian bar, I'm like, what's an Italian bar?
Was there anybody at the bar? Was the bar big enough to be a
you
bar?
know, I didn't go in because I just
Oh, okay.
ordered at the front. I actually didn't go into the restaurant. It seems
so we
pretty
need
big.
to go. Let's
So we
make
should
a
go.
night where we go all the way in.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Yo, there it is. Oh, I don't have anything ready. God damn it.
That's what she said.
No, wrong one. I meant to do this one. And then we could do. Yeah. Anyway, now I'm ready.
Yeah,
So,
that's what she said.
yeah.
3 in a row.
So,
3 is always funny. Jokes and
so
threes are
I
funny.
was, you know, again, always concerned with the food. The
Which
food,
was the most important. And you
food-
did get it to me safely.
yeah, I did.
The only thing that we missed was Parmesan cheese, which we alys have.
Yeah,
but the
we
one that
didn't
we
ha- well,
had,
we had- yeah, it
actually
was-
was moldy.
It was not good.
That
So we had to
never
get rid of that.
happens because I go through a lot of
Parmesan cheese.
Parmesan.
Yeah.
I'm a little
So the food was
Italiano.
decent. I can't speak for your dish, but you seem to enjoy it.
I liked it. It was good.
I'm not a big fan of that dish to begin
Again,
with, so I'm not going to eat
I was
that,
in the
but-
mood for the old school
Yeah.
in the can with
Yeah.
linguine pasta,
Mm-hmm.
the way my mom used to make it in the can. Old school. Me and Emily, well, both of us at the same time, but Emily was really promoting it. And I was like,
Yeah.
girl, I'm in, let's do it. But you got me like the real deal. So I appreciate it. And the fact that you went through so much to get it to me made it taste even better. But it needed.
I could have just come home and not missed
I
all
know,
of that.
I know.
Missed
But
all of it.
It did need the Parmesan.
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
the only thing it needed. Otherwise, it was.
I got a
was
a
nice.
piece of meat lasagna, which was the lasagna was fine.
Oh, I didn't try it.
It was fine
today
It wasn't.
because I had the rest of my linguine and clams for breakfast.
I was not like you have to eat this lasagna,
The meatballs were
but
good.
the meatball. I got a
meatballs.
I got a meatball and a sausage, and both of those were delicious.
Yeah.
And the meatball, right? The meatballs can be hit or miss because sometimes they're like, "That's not somebody didn't make that." That was a good. You could
Yeah.
tell that was like pork and
Yeah.
beef, and it was a good meatball.
Yeah.
So I was like, "All right, that's
That
a good
was a
meatball."
good
That was
meatball.
hey, that's a spicy meatball.
It's
So-
nice when something is good when
So
you
yeah, so it was
expect
pretty
it to be
decent.
good.
And we got the I don't even know how to say it. But it's an Italian egg drop soup. I think it's called Stretchy Corelli or I don't know how to say it.
Scratchy-cola,
something.
scratchy-cola.
But it is a Italian egg drop soup. That was delicious.
Any of my paisans out there that know how to say it, let us know.
Yeah.
Did we at all? You're gonna hate me.
Yeah,
Did we at all talk about Disclosure Day?
we did. And you talked about you hated it, I believe, in the last episode.
Oh, I want to say this about it. I still hate it.
Still hating. And listen, I don't like it any more than I did. So I was indifferent.
because people haven't seen it and they're asking, should I
I mean, see
wait
it.
till it streams?
Yeah, don't waste
spend
your
money on
if
it.
you feel like, you know what, I've only got this much money to spend this week.
Go
don't-
buy food for
don't
your
waste
house.
it on that.
Spend it on drugs.
Don't waste it on that.
Spend it, give it to a homeless person,
Oh.
a homeless vet.
Yeah.
Do not in any way spend money to Spielberg and anybody that had anything to do with that awful, just terrible movie.
Yeah,
I'm still bitter,
She's bitter
in
Betty.
case you were wondering.
So listen, we just wanted to. It's been a while. We've been meaning to do this, and we figured
Right.
we would just jump on and do like a quick little hypothetical kind of day here for you.
Well,
after this, you got something else to say?
Well, I was going to say before we do that,
Reese got something to say.
since we're coming up on, I would be remiss if I didn't mention it is
Yeah.
the 250th anniversary of America.
Mm-hmm.
Big things are going on. I've always been a big 4th of July celebrator. And I feel like, however you feel about whatever the state of the country is, I grew up in a household, especially my father was very, like,
Patriotic.
very patriotic, very much like 4th of July was like a big thing. I'm a traditional gal. I like some things traditionally because it just brings everybody together. Kind of excited. 250 years, a big deal. Not always the best, not always the worst. No other place I'd rather be. So I would like to, with saying that ahead of time, I'd like to say briefly, what was a 4th of July memory that stands out to you, whether you were like younger, older? Because I feel like 4th of July goes in stages. Like you have your childhood youth where you're kind of forced into it and you know of it in that way with like fireworks and blah, blah, blah and hullabaloo. And then you get older and it becomes like a place where you got to figure out where you're hanging out for drinks and shit. And then you get older and you're like,
So I'll say
What's
this.
a memory?
I'm not a big like patriotic kind of person. Like, you know what I mean? Like I also am not disrespectful, but
Right.
I like where we live and I like our country, but I'm also not very like, oh, America.
yeah, America.
I'm not that
America.
guy.
Yeah.
But I am, I guess what I'll say is I don't really remember. Like 4th of July doesn't mean a lot to me. So I'm like,
That you
whatever.
didn't do anything like family wise? Like,
I mean, yeah, you have your cookouts and things like that. But I would say the thing that stands out in my mind in terms of a memory would be when we lived in Queens and we could see the fireworks
Macy's.
from
from the water.
our balcony.
Yes.
And even when we moved here, we could see the fireworks
July
from
3rd.
the porch. So
On Carol's birthday,
Yeah.
your mother-in-law's, my mother-in-law,
Mhm.
your mom's stepmom's birthday, where they would have it in Methuen.
yeah. So
And you could see it from the
house
backyard.
when
And
we
it
moved
was
here.
it was such a fun little
So yeah, that's all.
tradition.
And I
Oh,
remember
that's it.
actually, you know what I kind of remember too is when we first lived there, we had a whole bunch of people over, and I remember the sparklers at that picture. You know that picture with the pool
with
in
the
the
pool
background
and the
everybody.
sparklers.
That
I
was
went
a fun
crazy
picture.
trying to find
That's an image
sparklers
that pops in my mind when I
Yeah.
think about the 4th.
I
I don't even know if that was on the 4th. We did that. I don't know, but
I
it
think
was
it
for
was.
the 4th.
I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up with it where Brooklyn, you'd go to like certain parts in Brooklyn and you weren't technically allowed
Yeah.
to have fireworks, but John Gotti,
Wow.
rest in peace. He was the best guy around.
Oh.
So he would provide the fireworks, whatever, and you would go and see that. I remember like high school.
Musical, the
Yes.
series?
No, not really. This was way before that. We used to go hang out at one of our friends' houses and they would do like fireworks, bottle rockets, whatever. And it was the first time that I got really, really drunk at a 4th of July party. And I was drinking screwdrivers.
Oh.
Cannot drink those. You know a drink when you have a drink and you get sick
Yeah,
from
and
it
you're like-
and you
you're like,
cannot have
no.
it? That's it.
The thought of it makes you sick.
Exactly. So I had that and bottle rocket. Instead of going up, it went sideways. And one of my friends pushed me out of the way. It would have went through my leg, through my calf, had they not pushed me. That night I also got sick. Doesn't matter. Whole long thing. But that was the night I could have had a bottle rocket go through my leg. Thank God that didn't happen. So that's a core memory. But yes, I always think of when we were in Queens and you could see it was just so beautiful. I love fireworks.
Oh,
And everybody
well,
always makes like a stink, like,
fine.
oh, you're going to post your fireworks? No one's watching it. I'm watching it. I
She's
will
the
watch
one.
your fireworks
When you post your fireworks, we're
because
just
I
gonna
love
watch
it. You know what I don't like?
Tell me.
And then we can
Move on.
move on. So last night, it took me,
Oh,
it takes me quite a while to really,
Yeah,
really fall
I
asleep.
forgot about that.
Last night, I finally
you get the earlies and the
finally-
ladies.
Yes, I finally like crashed out. I was asleep. So good, comfortable.
Yeah.
Fall asleep. All of a sudden, World War III. I hear what I think are bombs. I jump out of
It
bed.
was
My
pretty intense
heart.
because I did hear it too, but then I was like,
But you didn't do anything. But it went on forever to
I
the
was
point
not in
where
shape to do
my
anything.
heart was like beating out of my chest. I was like, it's on. It's ready to happen. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm up, ready to go. It finally stopped. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So I get up. I'm like, go to the bathroom, come back. I go check the Ring neighbor portion because I know someone's
yeah.
going to, and of course, someone's like, anybody else here,
Yeah.
gunshots. So it starts with gunshots. Then someone's like, oh, it's this. And I'm like, okay. So I kept track of that for a while. Did not fall asleep again until like 4:30, 5 o'clock because it woke me up. And I couldn't believe like you didn't get up, nothing. I was going to be like, are you okay? Is everything okay? Like, what is going on? But you seem sound asleep. So I left you alone.
Thanks.
3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I remember hearing it and being like, really? Whoa. And then I was like, back out.
And here's the thing. I love being patriotic. Do that shit at night when everybody is awake and can appreciate it.
yeah.
What are you doing?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's the
3
people that start
a.m.?
to do them early.
What are you doing?
and then they go on for
July
like weeks
1st?
after. Well,
What are
it's
you
like,
doing
okay,
on June
Enough.
23rd
Yeah.
doing that. Anyway, all right.
Stupid.
So let's go. That's my gripe.
All right. Here's what I got for us.
All right.
We got prison culture, the price of sex appeal,
Oh,
and grizzly weather.
that.
So I feel like all things we talked about
Yes.
today. Well,
Right
maybe
after
not
you
sex
had that
appeal.
whole traumatic experience,
Okay,
we watched
so let's
the
talk
next
about this.
season of The Bear.
We decided to start. So again, here's the simulation things, right? We decided
welcome.
to start the Bear, the last season of the Bear. In the first episode, well,
Highly
the first
recommend
couple,
all of the
I love them,
seasons,
yeah.
by the way. So good.
it was
Such
about a
good
big
show.
storm happening in Chicago,
And the same shit that happened to you yesterday.
and it was like a flood and a whole thing. And we were like, of course, this is what's happening.
It was
right now.
amazing.
It was
Yeah.
crazy.
All right.
Anyway, grizzly weather.
Yep, go.
And look at the picture. Hold on, I'm going to try to show you that. Here, come over here, camera. It's galoshes.
There it is.
In water. So
Your
grizzly weather.
galoshes.
All
Your
right,
leather
here we go.
galoshes.
All right. Think of someone who is your friend. Do not select your best friend,
Oh,
but make sure the person is someone you would classify as considerably more than an acquaintance.
okay.
Okay.
I got that.
This friend is going to be attacked by a grizzly bear.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
She'd win.
Now, this person will survive this bear attack. That is guaranteed. There is a 100% chance your friend will live. However, the extent of his injuries or her injuries is unknown. He or she might receive nothing but a few superficial scratches, but they might also lose a limb or multiple limbs. They might recover completely in 24 hours with nothing but a great story, or spend the rest of their life in a wheelchair. Somehow, you have the ability to stop this attack from happening. You can magically save your friend from the bear. It's going to be hard, I bet. But his salvation will come at a peculiar price. If you choose to stop the bear, it will always rain. For the rest of your life, wherever you go,
Only to me.
it will be raining.
That's my worst nightmare. I
Someti-
just bought a raincoat.
Sometimes it will pour, sometimes it will drizzle, but it will never not be raining.
Sorry, Jen Stearns.
But, oh no, but it won't rain over the totality of the earth, nor will the hydrological cycle
Just
be
on me.
disrupted.
Just on me.
These storm clouds will be isolated and they will focus entirely on your specific whereabouts. You will never see the sun again.
Listen, let me tell you something. That's horrible.
Here's the question before you tell me anything: do you stop the bear and accept a lifetime of rain? Wow. Okay, it can't be your best friend. It's somebody that you know, but you would classify considerably more than an acquaintance.
Oh.
So somebody that you're going to hang out with all the time. I think I would stop the bear. I would stop the bear.
So you'd have rain?
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah,
have
because
to.
I'm going to tell you this right now.
Because you don't
You
know.
came home, your hair was just exquisite. You didn't have to worry about the next day. Why did I went and spent $30 on a raincoat? Because Emily took my summer raincoat, so I don't have one. Mainly because my hair. Like if I'm going, my hair
So
is
this is a
such
very
an
superficial
issue.
decision for you.
Yes, David. Yes, David,
I'm
because
just-
I
I'm just saying.
spent $400 to get a Brazilian blowout on my hair to keep my hair from frizzing and curling. And then I spent $30 on a raincoat for the summer because it's been raining at an abnormal rate the last couple of days and I haven't been prepared. And I'm just like, you know what? If I'm going to spend this time on my hair and I'm going to spend all this money on my hair, I need to protect it. So now you give me a question where I sound like Vanity Smurf, like a real piece of shit.
Remember Lazy Smurf?
But I'm going to say this. If I was going to put anybody against a bear,
Oh, good. Yeah.
Jen
okay.
Stearns would beat the shit out of a bear. You think she wouldn't be able to take on a bear?
No. Hilarious. Okay. I would.
If I was in a situation where it was the both of us and I had to depend on someone,
Well,
it wouldn't be me. It would be
sure,
her,
But
and
that's not the
and-
question
It is.
or the scenario.
It is. I can't have rain all the time. I'm sorry.
All right.
And if I thought that anybody could because there's a 50-50 chance they survive it, right? Like they come
well,
out.
no, they're definitely good. There's not a 50. They're definitely going to survive. There's a 100% chance they're going to
Yes.
survive, but you don't know the extent to
Yes.
which they're going to have to
Yes,
deal with.
and
from
it could be
injuries.
a 24-hour. They come out of it.
Yeah, it
without
could be,
anything.
but it also could not be.
Yes, David, that's
Yeah.
50-50. There's still math in there. And if I feel, listen, if it was me, no, I'm not surviving it. The bear is
you-
going to win.
Okay,
We're done.
you are, but yes.
If I was going to put, okay. Oh, God.
What?
Well, I don't want to say it because it's going to sound bad, but I have some friends that are acquaintances that I would never put up against a bear. And I
Okay,
would,
yeah.
and it's not that I would take the reign for them because I like them better. No, because they're going to fuck it up. And I'm going to have to live the rest of my life knowing that they don't know how to battle a bear.
It doesn't matter if they have to battle a bear, though. That's the point. It's a question of.
It is. Are they battling the bear? If they're battling the bear.
They're not bad. They're going to survive a bear attack. They're
Yes.
getting attacked
Yes,
by a bear.
yes. How do you get past the attack of the bear? You battle it. You don't just go, all right, so the equation is I'm just going to stay here and do nothing and then we're going to see what's going to happen. No, it's you're putting up someone who you know can battle the bear to come
guess so,
out with
okay.
the least amount of look at logically critical think the question, David.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Seriously, you're saying, do I want a lifetime of reign if I know that I put, and I can't say anybody because that sounds shittier than me saying Jen Stearns can beat up a bear because that's what I believe. I believe actually, not only do I believe she could do it, I believe her kids could do it. Do I believe myself or my children can? No. Johnny's gonna be like, ah! That's her joke. We have a joke in the household where she does this scream and it cracks us up. Me and Emily have to write down on a piece of paper everybody's birth date and what we want to say when we have to make an appointment to somebody. I have other friends that would just head on. Ruth Ann would win against a bear. Are you kidding me? Win. I wouldn't put, I love Stacy. Her and I are like, our hair? No, my hair. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. This is a terrible question. What would you do?
I told you I think I would have to choose.
Yeah, because your
stopping
hair,
it.
you don't have to worry about it. You came
Correct.
home, you look like
Listen,
you were ready to
correct.
walk on the runway for
And
a fashion
That's
model.
my reasoning. Is I don't have to worry about
Have
my
you
hair.
seen me with
So
curly hair?
I will.
Do you like Diana Ross that
Listen,
doesn't look like
listen.
Diana Ross, but worse?
Listen, we've had this conversation. You're the only one that doesn't like your curly hair. The price of sex appeal or prison culture.
Oh, sex appeal. Let's talk about that next,
All right.
please.
You have the curliest hair in town. Actually, so funny. Again, it comes around. You meet a wizard
Oh,
in
good.
downtown Chicago.
Wow, that's weird.
Okay.
Are there cigarettes in the drain
Let's
going
find
down
out.
the drain?
The wizard tells you. The wizard tells you he can make you more attractive if you pay him money.
As they all do.
Can you fix this scar from my bear attack? When you ask him how this process works, the wizard points to a random person on the street. You look at this random stranger, and the wizard says, I will now make him $1 more attractive. I feel like we've done this one before.
$1?
He waves a magic wand. Ostensibly, this person does not change at all, as far as you can tell. Nothing is different. But somehow, this person is suddenly a little more appealing.
Oh.
The tangible difference is invisible to the naked eye, but you can't deny that this person is vaguely sexier. The wizard has a weird rule, though. You can only pay him once. You can't keep giving him money until you're satisfied. You can only pay him one lump sum up front. How much cash do you give the wizard?
I don't like this one. You answer it first because I
I
don't
will
like math.
answer this. Let's see. So I don't feel as if I have to give the wizard money. But if the question is, if we're playing this scenario where, okay, I'm going to give the wizard money, all right, so he made this somebody $1 more attractive, and you could see the difference.
$1 more.
$1 more. He said, I'm going to make this person $1 more attractive, and you could notice a difference. I feel like, and I say this for both of us, we're both attractive people. I think we're good looking people. I'm not like, I don't need to maybe if I had to give him money, maybe I'm going to give him, I think $10 would be my limit. I would maybe give him 5.
50 cents.
Oh.
Head price.
You just want a little bit of that? Give me a little bit of that.
Just give me a little bit.
That's it, though. That's all you're going to get. Just a little bit.
That's all I need.
Just the tip.
That's all I need. Just a little.
That is all you need. Not that you don't need it at
As
all.
long as there's no rain 24/7, 7 days a week,
Nope, not on that one.
I'm going to look like a beauty queen.
All right, so you're going to give him 50 cents.
Why are you more judgy with that than with the other
I'm
thing
not
I
judgy.
said?
That's not being judgy. I'm just clarifying. You're going to give him 50 cents.
Sure.
Okay. All right. Cool.
I don't know.
All right. Prison culture.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
Here we go. Birthdays was the worst days.
A totally innocent man is sent to prison for 25 years,
Yep.
all for a crime he did not commit. The DNA evidence that indisputably proves his innocence does not merge until he has completed his full sentence. During those 25 years in prison, he kills 3 other inmates. Ooh. Sells drugs, is tangentially involved with the rape of another prisoner,
Oh,
mercilessly abuses a canine police dog,
nope.
and steals food from other inmates on a regular basis.
So I'm going to answer this right now. I still don't want it to rain 24/7. I do
Yeah.
not want my hair wet.
However,
Sorry, dogs.
he was never caught doing any of these illegal acts.
Oh.
Upon his release from prison, he openly admits to doing all these things. In fact, he brags about these activities to the media. Prison is a different culture, he explains. I did what I did to survive. I did
To
what
the
I-
dog? To the
I
dog?
did what I had to do to survive. Oh, yeah, I know. That's this. So you are the head of the penal system.
Penal.
Yep. Penal. You have just learned of this man's wrongful imprisonment and about all of the terrible things he did while in jail. Do you release him back into society, or do you attempt to charge him with the new crimes he claims to have committed during his prison stay?
Just for the dogs. Just for the dogs.
I
Just for the dogs.
don't.
Just for the dogs.
I don't think I release him. But I don't know if I have that choice. I guess, yeah, I think we would attempt to charge him for the new crimes he claims
Just for
to
the
have committed.
dogs.
I would look into that.
I would go straight to figuring out what he
Yeah,
did to an animal that is defenseless.
I mean, it's unfortunate that he was wrongly imprisoned, but that doesn't then give
excuse.
you the yeah. And again, yeah, to your point, like mercilessly abuses. Yeah, like it's one thing if you're like protecting yourself,
No.
or something like that, but like yeah, in the rape of somebody, those
So-
are things you're
so
choosing to
for
do.
a-
not-
for people, an animal, or a baby, children have no autonomy. No, thank you. I'm out. You could take me out because my life over an animal or my children. That's, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
things. No,
All right.
especially for the dog or dogs. Ew. Ugh. No, thank you. Wait,
All right.
how even did you get there? I just want to know how you got there. So we'd have to have a.
Oh, you want to know more?
I want to know more. I want to know
I
how
don't-
that happened. So other people can also be charged because that didn't happen on your own.
All right. So here's your job if you choose to accept this.
Okay, I'm ready.
Not you, the people
Oh.
listening.
Jeez.
You've done it already. We did
Oh,
it.
I've done enough.
Do you
Okay.
stop the bear to save a friend and accept a lifetime of rain? Let us know. Or if you want to get a little bit sexier, how much cash do you give this wizard on the first shot? And do you release this prisoner back into society who was falsely imprisoned, although he did some terrible things in jail? Or do you attempt to charge him for the new crimes he claims to have committed during his prison stay? We want to know what you do. Those are your 3 choices or your 3 questions to answer. Let us know. Reese, you got anything else to add?
My hair just feels so nice. Thank you, Christina, for making my hair feel lovely. So for like 3 months, I'd be fine with some rain. But once my Brazilian blowout ends,
No good. No go.
we're done here.
Yeah.
Drop the mic.
Friends, there you go. Remember this.
I'm out.
Reese is out.
I'm out.
Life is a group project, friends. Be kind to each other.
We got the right stuff.